Gather round, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates, so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names.
A warlock of the Unseelie Court, Wikipe Weatherby.
A swashbuckler on the run, Kildak of Flan.
And a warrior on a quest to reclaim her scepter, Tana the Fierce.
Avast ye for the Gilded Voyage.
You've been really off the last couple of days. And I know that there's been some tension between us, but I feel like there's something more going on.
It's okay. I'm good.
You don't have to be so strong all the time. You know, we have downtime, down days. It's okay to be a little vulnerable with the rest of us.
I'm fine. And like I go and I lean back a little bit and I just stumble. And if you're looking at like my outfit, like I have multiple like gashes and wounds. I am bleeding. It's just kind of, I'm so focused in on Bug-Eye Bill, and Wikipe asked me to be open and vulnerable and tries to like turn it back to me, and I just like involuntarily move backwards, and I'm just like, no, I'm fine. Let's and then I'm looking around for a way out, and I just see there's crew all around us. Like we are just in the middle of like the hammocked area, and I'm just like, let's get Bug-Eye Bill somewhere so he can actually rest, and somewhere more private. Let's go to my quarters. You deserve it, Bug-Eye Bill.
Oh, thank you. I've never slept in a real bed before.
You deserve it. Yeah, let's get you in a real bed.
Sad.
And I'm gonna go to like grab his arm to help him sit up.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to also help assist me to help Bug-Eye up.
Yeah.
I'll go get us drinks.
Bug-Eye stands up. He's at full health. So he hops right out of the hammock.
I'm still gonna go and put like one of his arms over my shoulder and the other one's like around my waist, and I'm like kind of like my shoulder's hooked in there, so it, like I'm trying to help him walk, but it's more like Bug-Eye Bill is just carrying me because I'm actually way more beat up than him. Like I healed him to full health and I have more healing points, but I left myself at 1 hit point. Like I'm like pretending to help him to the quarters and he's just carrying me.
I'm on the other side of Bug-Eye. I'm under his lower arm, just like all the way, just trying to lift up just his lower arm. And then I'm going to have the Mage Hand go around after seeing Tawny kind of struggle to hold Bug-Eye up. And the Mage Hand's going to help steady her on the other side.
And we're just going to...
I went down to the kitchens to get drinks. Or over, not down, over.
Sweet.
All right. Once we get into the room, I'm going to and the bed looks completely untouched. Like Tawny has not slept in these rooms for many nights, and she doesn't really want you guys to know it. So like I kind of quickly go and like open the blanket up so that way I can like tuck Bug-Eye in and then like real like burrito him in, like get him all cozy and stuff, and then just like sit on the bed with him. But because he's so large and it's only like a twin bed, I'm probably sitting on top of him.
Oh yeah.
Just like, here you go, Bug-Eye.
Oh, thanks. Do my arms go in the blanket or out of the blanket?
Whatever feels
I think one
right.
set goes under and the other set goes on top.
Yeah, half in, half out. That's
Half in, half out. That sounds comfiest.
Now, do my toes stick out? Do my feet stick out? Or do you cover your feet as well?
Feet out.
I think that's just a matter of he fits on the bed or not.
How well does he fit?
In the twin, Bug-Eye's feet are sticking like clean off the end of the bed.
Yeah. makes
They're
sense.
hitting the desk and in front. Like the captain's quarters aren't that big.
No. Yeah, and due to the size of the room, I'm just gonna curl up on the carpet. Just hang out there. Just looking up at Tawny on the bed.
Bug guy goes, "Oh, Tawny, this bed is so and he's out. Like he doesn't even finish his sentence. He is gone.
Oh, damn it! I had a lullaby planned and everything.
Still sing it.
Go ahead.
He'll wake back up when you come in the room.
Okay. So Kildek comes back into the room.
Oh, Gildak.
Oh, you woke him up.
Sorry,
Donnie,
Bug Eye. All we had was water. I guess it was Red Wizards took all our rum, but we have water.
Captain Gildak, have you slept in a bed before?
I have.
These things are crit. And he's gone again.
Okay.
I'm
night,
gonna
Bug
quietly like lean like almost on top of him as I reach across the bed, and like between the bed and the wall, I'm pulling out a flask. Like there's no way I don't have at least one flask of rum hidden in my room. Like just look at the cup of water that Kildek brought, and I'm like, you can have it back.
Not Kildek, excuse me. Bug Guy immediately wakes back up and goes, "I'll take the water."
Here you go, bud.
Very light sleeper.
Thank you. He's got two
And-
hands out. He can sip it.
You mind passing that flask around, Tawny?
Yeah, I'll start passing it around, and just like I'm kind of on the bed with my back up against the cabin wall, and just like kind of sitting there like watching Bug Eye Bill. Like just kind of like surreal that he is alive, and I didn't even see him dead, but like just the fact that I knew he had died, I'm just like looking at him, and like every now and then I'll just like glance over at Wikipedia.
I'm just chugging water.
Are you drinking the flask when it gets to you?
No, I'm just chugging water. I've also had a long day. I am
Yeah.
dehydrated. I cried a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lullaby, Bug Eye. If you're trying to fall asleep, it's something my parents used to sing to me.
Ooh, I'd love to hear it, Gildak.
Sorry, I don't have the best lullaby voice, but rock-a-bye gemstone safe in your mind. One day I find you and force you to shine. Melt off your slag, then carve you like meat, 'cause that's how a dwarf shows he loves you, my sweet.
He's gone before the end of the song. He is like after the first like two words, he's out. But yeah, that was so sweet. Bug Guy is touched deep in his soul.
As you sing, I'm just like sipping like the flask and like just like kind of like nodding along to what you're doing, and I'll probably write it down later for records. Like, oh, new dwarven lullaby.
Dwarven lullaby. Excellent.
That was really sweet, Kildak.
Credit to Poem for your grog on Reddit.
Thanks, Poem, for your grog.
Yer. It's
Yer.
quite yer. Yeah, it's just something my parents used to sing if I had trouble sleeping or so.
Do you miss your parents? I miss mine. I haven't seen
Do
them in
you
a really
really?
long time.
Where are you from again?
A small
Cool.
little farm in the middle of nowhere where nothing happens. Ever.
What about you, Kildak?
Something. Where am I from?
Mm-hmm.
Coastal town called Flan. Coastal town called Flan. Yeah, I was there for most of my life. So, where I lost, my arm and my eye. Then I left.
How'd you lose your arm?
I never told you that story?
I don't think I heard it.
Oh, yeah. I, so, I was part of this group. We were called the Black Hand, and it's kind of like a police force, if you will. We just kind of helped out maintaining order and all. And that was a goal. And we were kind of broke, so we heard about this dungeon, and we went to go loot it, and all this. It's a long story, but eventually we get to the bottom, and there's just this guy just shows up, and is a red wizard I later learned named Zastom, and he basically killed them all, and then took my arm and eye. I don't know why he didn't kill me, but it seems he's trying to finish the job now.
Oh, the one from the letter? From
Yeah.
the Wallywig?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one.
Oh, I was wondering how you got up on the same level as me.
Yeah, we met before.
Oh. John, how much do I know about the Black Hand from my history?
It's small.
I say little to nothing.
Okay.
It's like so regional to Flan that
That I probably wouldn't even...
no. If there was a note about it, it would be like warrior Druk on their quest to save the world stopped to find so and so in Flan. Town guard was a jerk, and that was it. Like they probably wouldn't even mention the name.
It's probably pretty accurate.
That's crazy.
To that point, Tawny probably would have heard. Flan's still pretty small.
Flan's a decently sized town.
Yeah, you know what?
Big trade town.
You probably would be able to like remember the name Flan, probably place generally where it would be on a map. But that's about the most that you would know.
When did you join the Depressed Guppy, Kodak? Aren't you, like, old?
I mean, I guess. But, I've been here for a couple years. Oh, it just all seems to kind of blur together. I don't even have count anymore. Oh.
It's okay.
It's been a long time, though. I served under Gorehand for a while. And then under that Wallywig, But, yeah, I've been here for a while.
I'm gonna kind of, like, adjust where I'm sitting, and as I do, you just, like, watch me, like, stiffen, like, from the pain of just, like, all of the wounds, and I'll take, like, a big sip of my flask before passing it to Kildak. Just like when I got down here to this, all you beneathers, this plane, I just and everything went wrong with my aunt. I joined I found this ship because I knew about this legendary Gorehand. I thought I was getting on a ship of might and, the best one you could find in the area. And I end up with all you lot and Wallywig, and I was gonna leave. I wasn't even gonna stay, but Wallywig was crossing this trackless sea and going to Thay, and so I was like, well, I guess. And then, we crossed within days of me getting on the ship, and then everything happened with Wallywig and your mutiny that you planned and I kind of executed.
Executed's a choice word.
But I
call it first murder.
Wow, first the campaign.
Okay.
What a
Not
callback.
Ed.
The call.
But I
Never
didn't.
forget Bugrad. Rest in peace.
I didn't plan on making the connections that I did with you guys. I mean, like, we're
You know
supposed
what they
to
say.
come down and watch the life of the material plane and maybe interact if it's necessary, if it's life or death. And I don't know. I guess this is just new to me and not what I thought was gonna happen.
The real treasures are the friends we make along the way. You can cut that. I'm sorry.
No.
He was
That was
holding
it.
it for so long.
Tony's never speaking again.
Tawny, have you ever thought about not following your destiny or whatever you have to do? Like, you don't have your scepter. Things aren't really kind of going your way. You're on the ship with us.
That's really
What
deep
if
from
what if
Small
you
Town Farm Girl.
didn't complete your quest?
No. This is what I was born for. This is what I was made for. If you guys could see me with the scepter, you're seeing such a weakened version of me, and I'm already so much stronger than you all. Like, you don't even understand what I really am. I've been so excited for this my whole life, and it was taken from me. And this stupid red wizard.
We could burn the city to the ground.
Oh, I plan to.
Yes.
Wait, which city in particular?
The slave trader one
Volborgrad.
that does experiments and tries to own people like Bug-Eye Bill here.
Okay. I can get on board with that.
Good, because you're already on board.
I am. Aren't I?
You are.
I'm just here for the adventure and the friends I make along the way. That's all.
Well, Wikipedia.
Now it's gotta stay in, Jake. Tori called back. You can't cut it out now.
Circles are funny.
Circles are funny that way.
Fuck.
That's a circle. Sorry.
I mean, it's the truth. That's
You
my
gave
whole
me
reason for
alcohol
being
and
here.
it's late and I'm tired and I'm sorry, Aubrey.
That's so funny. God.
Wikipedia.
So,
I was.
yeah.
Wikipedia. I was there the other night. I saw your queen. Look what.
saw
Are
the
you
queen.
okay with what's being done to you?
You saw the queen?
Look at your face. Look at your hand. It's spread to
We're
your
talking
elbow.
about this? Oh, okay. I was just ignoring it.
Well, Yeah, I'm okay with it. I asked for it. And I mean, not everyone is born with such greatness and power and all this magic like you are, Tawny. Some people have to pay for their magic. This is just the price I pay, and I will gladly pay it if it lets me be stronger and more powerful and get to see the amazing things I get to see every day.
Will you gladly pay it when it hurts others? When that plant that you planted spreads and, you know, could have catastrophic effects? Do you know what you're doing for her?
Well, I wouldn't call anything I'm doing catastrophic. I mean, I'm not planning to burn down a city. I just create a little diversity. I just create a little diversity in a population. No
Wait,
harm's
you
going to
know
come from diversity.
What?
Invasive
What do you mean you
species is
created-
very harmful.
You told us you didn't know what was going to happen with that plant.
Can Kildak be filled
didn't. On what?
in? Who's your queen? You asked to be turned to wood black-lip person? And yeah, that's about it. I just need those two.
It's not mine to tell.
Question 1. Who's my queen? The
Mhm.
Queen of Air and Darkness. Very generous lady. Very kind.
Where is Aaron Darkness?
In the Fey Realm.
Oh.
Far away.
Okay.
But it's a place of magic and wonder and beauty.
Have you
and
been?
a little bit of that can seep into our world. And that's beautiful.
Have you been to the Unseelie Court?
No. But maybe one day.
You said that your plant was gonna diversify those people. You told us you didn't know what it was going to do. I mean, I guess you were also lying to us about who your queen was and keeping secrets, so
Well,
I
I
guess I
never
shouldn't
lied
be
about who my queen
surprised.
was. No one ever
I
asked
asked you
about my queen.
directly. I asked you directly and you chose not to tell.
And I didn't know what the plant was going to do at the time. But I trust my queen when she tells me to do something. And then I saw what happened. And it was beautiful.
What happened?
I diversified the population. They were all so like they all matched in these bright colors, and every single one was just all neon and bright. It was just bright, bright, bright. I just diversified just their color a little bit and their appearances so that they can all be unique.
Kildek, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh, you're drinking alcohol, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing to do with the alcohol.
Never
But
mind.
good guess.
Should it be high or low?
What do you want? What'd you get?
I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8.
While Wikipedia is talking, Kildek, you get like a tickle in your throat and just like a cough that you can't like muscle down. It comes up.
Yes.
That's all.
You did a good
I promise.
thing.
I'm an open book. I'll answer any questions you have, but if I don't
But
know
why-
the answer at the time, then I didn't know then, but I kind of know now.
You
I have
weren't
a
an
question.
open book before, though. You
Well-
were indirectly lying to me about your queen. I just don't understand, and you did a good thing with Bug-Eyed Bill, and I'm trying, but I don't understand.
I have a question about Bug-Eye Bill. So your queen is queen of like this magical different realm thing. I don't really know that much about magic, but is she like big and powerful?
Yes.
Yeah, enough
Cool.
that she lends me some of her magic and then still has so much more magic of her own.
So she lends you some of hers. Yeah, cool. That answers the second part of my question. Third part. How did Bug-Eye Bill come back to life again?
Okay. So we talked about the play. You remember the play?
I do remember the play, yeah. I mean, I remember you talking about the play.
Maybe my queen gave me enough magic to bring him back. Or maybe she brought him back.
So your queen brought him back to life, potentially? At least indirectly?
Potentially.
Is he gonna turn to wood?
All I know is that he was dead, and I was crying, and I didn't know what to do, and you had left. No, you were there. I don't know where you were. But people were fighting. Tawny was fighting on the deck, and the next thing I knew is that there was light, like there was a diamond. One of the diamonds shattered in the crates, and then Bug-Eye woke up.
Oh, is that why he's all sparkly?
Maybe?
Okay. Cool.
That's honestly all I know.
What happens if your queen decides that she wants another to her court? What if she finds out who I am? Will you give me into her?
What? What's the question?
I'm also what?
I don't think I can give her people. I think she chooses who she wants on her court and gives you a proposition. And if you don't want it, you don't have to take it. It's all very voluntary.
She'd ask me.
Are you a member of the court?
Yes.
So,
yeah?
Are you like a lady? Like, are you highborn? Like,
I'm gonna say highborn.
Are you Lady Wikipede?
No, I don't want to be called that.
Okay.
Not here.
I'm
not
just
by
saying.
You.
I'm just saying. The Red Wizards are after me for my power. Big, powerful people want more power. And what I could be one day with my scepter, with more time, with more exposure. My people, warrior drooks, when we come down here, we are sent to record and understand what's going on down here and protect when needed. But there's also a target on our back. We've been coming down your whole history. And that sometimes people want to try to control us. That's why I don't have my scepter. So I know that your queen asks you of things. So if she asks you, can I trust you that if she asks you to, when I get my scepter back, to take it from me and give it to her, are you gonna betray me, Wikipede?
No, I'm not gonna betray you. And I think the only thing that I can attest to that is that she's been around for a millennia, much, much longer than any of us. And I know your people have also been here for so long. I think if she was after your scepter, she would have tried it by now. And she's a very generous lady. I mean, she's giving power to me instead of taking it. And so I don't think she's after more power.
Okay.
Is that how magic works? Can you just give magic to people? Like, could Wikipede give me magic? Could you give me magic?
No.
Oh.
I don't think I'm that strong.
Okay. Never mind.
Maybe one day. But not now.
Okay. It's just a thought. Yeah. It seemed really cool.
Could you imagine?
Gildak with powers? That'd be pretty cool if you can do some magic.
That'd be cool.
Maybe you should try. maybe if you try and practice hard enough, you can do it one day. You want to practice together? Maybe we can have like a little firing range.
Okay, that sounds like fun. You're gonna have to tell me everything because I don't know anything.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
I've just known. Do you feel something, Kildak?
Do I feel
What
something?
happened, Wicked? Because you didn't always have powers. Did it feel different once you got them? How did you know what to do?
Well,
Wait,
and then
you
I
didn't-
pull
oh, yes,
I pull out my dagger. That's like the glass dagger, and be like, well, the moment I got this, I feel so much energy just radiating out of it, and I feel the energy just pulsing through me the minute I got this, and that's when you just kind of know that you have these capabilities that you just didn't before. And I put it away.
What if you dropped that? Like, what if you let go? Like, would you lose those powers?
No, when I drop it, and it just falls. It's on the ground a couple feet from me.
Oh, okay.
No.
I hope it all works out, Wickedy.
I think it will. I think we'll be okay.
Shame about those birds, though. All dead.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're going back and checking in on them at some point.
Shame about those birds.
Dead birds?
Yeah, you killed them all with that plant.
I did no such thing.
Can you promise that? You ever hear this guy
Mako's on
named
the ship?
Schrodinger?
Mako's right upstairs.
And he left the plant. How do you know he's not the only survivor? How do you know your plant didn't turn him crazy into a deranged lunatic that killed his entire population and then ran here? And is trying to figure out
big
who caused
imagination,
this.
Gildak.
That's a lot, but we will be going back to the sauna people, and if the plant has caused a lot of harmful things, I will go down to the bottom of the ziggurat myself and whip it from the soil.
Okay. Deal. I mean, I'm sure it has some societal implications and problems that they have to work through, but they'll get over that. And they'll learn to be better people from it.
That's not great.
I have the imagination. We have a person that turns into a dragon.
I don't turn
You
into
cast-
a dragon. I am a dragon. I am equally as much a dragon as I am in my mortal form.
Yeah. And we have another person that casts magic with a piece of glass.
That's not how that works.
She just said it is. She just
The
said
magic
that.
doesn't come out of the glass.
You
it's
said
just the day that I
radiating
got it.
energy. You said
No.
radiating energy.
Oh,
It does. The glass also radiates energy, but I also don't need it to. My magic doesn't come from the knife.
I swear.
My magic comes from my queen.
I swear to Umberly, you just said it did. Am I crazy?
Yes. Actually, I think it's poor listening.
Wow. Lose an eye, lose an ear. It's all the same.
I can let you lose an eel. Wait, fuck.
I only got one of those, and I'm keeping it. That was a penis joke.
Yes. Kildak, when do we make landfall? In a day? In the morning?
Somewhere around there. In the morning? I don't know. I haven't checked the charts recently, I'll be honest. I knew a direction, and I kind of stopped counting.
You're supposed to be the captain that actually knows what they're doing on the ship.
I might be the captain that knows what's happening, but I might not be the navigator. I pointed us in the right direction. We'll see land when we get there. I mean, we're not going to run into it.
Well, when we get there, I don't want to leave the ship unprotected again. I don't want to just go into the dock and leave it there and then if someone comes on board again and then I'm not there and then they attack and then.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's not like us being here did much good for Bug-Eye anyways. But I see where you're coming from. Maybe we should try and hide the ship somewhere not in the main city.
Kodak said that us being here didn't protect Bug-Eye, and the lightning flares up on Tawny's shoulders again.
Never mind. And it flared up, and then I said, but I see where you're coming from. But maybe we try and hide the ship somewhere outside of the main port.
Have you ever been to Red Rat Bay before? Gildak?
No.
No?
I think
There are a
Bug-Eye's
lot of
the
people
only
there?
one of us who's been this side of the trackless sea.
So
Well,
we
if
have
there's
that
a lot of
picture on the
people-
map.
I'm thinking maybe if we hold off and don't go during the day, what if we go at night? And so it'd be easier to hide the ship.
That's true. Yeah.
That's smart.
So if we go and we hide the depressed guppy, what are we doing for supplies?
I mean, we can still purchase supplies. We just
Right.
walk into town instead of boating into town.
Are you carrying a week's worth, 2 weeks worth of supplies back to the...
We can send the Carpin to dock.
Yeah, that's true. I don't care about them as much. We could ride over on the carp into town.
Beyond not caring about them as much, they also were less noticeable.
Yes. I mean, I picked the depressed guppy out easily back at Waterdeep as
Well, Wallywig wasn't very smart. Just say.
the shape of the ship's not going to change. This is a finely crafted vessel. I know it's got
Thank
some
you.
wear and tear.
Can I cough again?
Yes.
You want?
Oh.
Nick, give me another Constitution save. You piece of shit. Yeah, give me another Constitution save with disadvantage this time.
Uh-oh.
Nine.
Cool. Give me a stealth or a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
They are the same. 17. That was sleight of hand, by the way. Sleight of hand, 17.
What is Tawny and Wikipedia's passive perception?
I think mine's 16.
16.
Oh, no. 11.
I didn't think so. Yeah, I was thinking yours was like 11 or 12.
Well,
All
my
right.
intelligence or wisdom is really high.
So you rolled a 17. So that beats Wikipedia's passive perception. You, as Tawny begins to change the subject towards the following day and hiding the ship, your coughing fit kind of comes to an end, and you are able, between turning your head, moving your hands around, a little bit of working with the beard, they do not notice you cough up another piece of coral.
So I just kind of tuck that in my jacket pocket.
You okay over there, Kildak?
Yeah, just got a little bit of
swallowed
a
wrong?
sore throat.
But yes.
Tawny's liquor's a little stronger than I'm used to.
It's that Drook constitution. I can do this all day. But yeah. So the depressed guppy is very recognizable shape alone. But I think we go in at night, we hide the depressed guppy, keep the crew safe, and then we take the anxious carp. Should we go into the city at night still on the anxious carp, or should we wait for day for that?
I'm sure they're prepared for people to arrive at night.
Right, but are we just arriving, getting an inn? Like, I don't think all the shops are going to be open.
I doubt it. I think that's a good idea, and then we just get an early start to the next day. Don't lose any daylight.
Well, are we gonna be with the guppy to hide it? Because then the carp needs to come with us
Yeah.
to hide the guppy.
Yeah.
So then we can
And
go
then
across.
head back out.
And then by the time we go around the whole island, to find docks, the sun might be rising by then.
Well, we know where the main dock is.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta find a good place to hide the guppy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll have to go too far, but yeah, we can see what time it is. Because we're definitely gonna want to go to the breast guppy to help hide it. And then I shift once more, and I just...
Tony,
I
you
think
don't.
you need to go to bed.
You want me to take a look at that?
You need some
No.
rest.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna use both of my hands to stand up from the bed and start slightly wobbling towards the door. And then as I get there and I open it,
Okay, yeah, we should.
You guys staying?
No, yeah, I'm
we'll
following
go
close
to
behind
bed.
you,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna make my way back downstairs. But I'm gonna kind of stand behind you in case you need help, but not obviously helping you.
No, I mean, I'm behind you. I'm not prepared to catch you in the least.
I walk out the captain's quarters door, walk out the map door, so that way I'm on the first deck. And I'm kind of watching you guys because I expected you to go down the ladder in the map room. And then I just kind of pause so you guys can
Well, where are you gonna
Tony, where are
sleep?
you sleeping tonight?
Are you not coming
Yeah.
downstairs to the cots with us?
No.
Doesn't Kildek has a bed? Kildek, give her your bed.
Yeah, you can have my. I mean, it's small, but you can have my bed. I don't need it, I guess.
I'm gonna walk to the lower crow's nest pool where I usually have been sleeping, and I kind of look up it.
Go to Kildek's room.
I'll be fine. But I walk past the crow's nest and I start going up the stairs. I start going towards the stairs of the where
Quarterdeck.
Kildek's room's gonna be.
Okay.
And I kneel down and I just touch my lightning strike that I've put in the boat. And just kind of put my hand on it. Look at you guys and be like, I'll be good. I don't want to sleep in the dwarf's bed. Wake up smelling like Kildek. That
I mean, amazing.
Kildek, if you think you smell amazing,
We're on a pirate ship. If you think any of us smell amazing,
I smell amazing.
there's delusion incarnate.
Actually,
night.
that's not true. Tawny bathes every day. She goes into her dragon form, goes to the water, like the ocean a little far out, gets down into the ocean, turns back into her mortal form, does a little bathing, goes back into her dragon and joins the ship. Tawny bathes every day. Don't you fucking forget it.
Don't forget it.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Tawny.
Good night.
Good night.
And I'm
Kodak.
just gonna go to
Good night.
the front of the deck, that upper one, and just kind of curl up
Sleeping.
on the deck and go to sleep.
I'm just gonna go down, toss a piece of cheese to my little buddy, and then go to bed.
Everybody, you all get a long rest as the
Oh my goodness.
night. Yes, the night rolled through. Everyone rests back to full.
Oh,
Your spells come back. Your health comes back.
I needed
And
that.
for the excellent roleplay and the death and revival and everything that went along with Bug Eye, I think it is safe to say that the events that transpired the day before have inspired our captains to maybe fight a little harder, or in a time of need to push themselves. So each of you on your character sheet can mark yourself with a point of inspiration. Now,
Ooh.
I do inspiration a little bit differently. Inspiration is you can only have a single point of inspiration. It's either a yes, you have it, or no, you do not. You can't stack or save them. Traditional D&D, a point of inspiration you can spend at any time to get advantage on a roll. The way I do inspiration, you have to claim you're using it before you make the roll. However, instead of being advantage, it counts as a natural 20 for the roll.
oh,
So
okay.
you say before the roll is made, I'm using my inspiration, it's a nat 20 on this roll. You cannot use it to affect another character or an enemy's roll in any way. It can only be used on your roll, on a roll that your character would be making. And so it's supposed to symbolize your character being inspired by something that's happened and pushing themselves to their limit for the sake of that inspiration. So in this case, for the sake of Bug Eye, your character each have a stored up natural 20 in the bag.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's 3 nat 20s right there.
There's 3 nat 20s.
That's enough to bring down an empire.
We could burn Vorpograd, right? We could do that. The sun rises the next morning. The ship sails ever closer to Red Rat Bay. Is there anything our captains would like to do before arriving to Red Rat Bay? Currently, the ship is on track to arrive at the main port.
So I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier than I normally do, and I want to find some old charcoals and coals that are somewhere on the ship. I'm sure they're there. And
We used to have
I'm
a whole
going-
barrel.
There you go. I'm sure there's still some left over, and I'm gonna use it to create a dye. And I'm going to dye my bright, vibrant blue jacket black. Kind of just as a way of coping and going through all of my emotions that I just went through from yesterday, and just kind of grieving over Bug Eye and then reviving him, and then dealing with a lot of emotions with Tawny over the past couple weeks, and just kind of processing these emotions. I'm getting that all out by changing the color of my jacket. And then once it dries, I'm ready to go.
The next time I see you, I'm just gonna look at the jacket, look at your lips, look at the jacket. Okay, okay, okay.
What, you don't like my aesthetic? I'll fight you about it.
I mean, I wear black. I wear dark lipstick. It's a little bit mine first, but that's okay. That's okay. You wear whatever you think will make your queen the happiest.
I didn't do this for my queen. Girl, I dress
Okay.
for myself. I make myself happy. I don't dress for other people.
I'm gonna pull out half-breed treasure.
You carry it with you?
She has treasured half-breed on her all the time.
Yes. And I'm gonna be like, okay, here. You make yourself happy.
Okay, and I'll I'll take the book.
Oh no.
Well, I probably would have had it on me because Bug-Eye and Wickeby had been reading it, and I would have taken it when we were moving Bug-Eye and pocketed it myself because it was my book that I stole.
You need something
Well,
to
I
keep you
didn't really
occupied.
steal it from Wallywig because I killed him, and I feel like stealing doesn't count as much when, they're dead. Anyways.
Alright, so now I have this book that I can't read. And I'll pocket it.
I don't know that.
Wait, hold on. Are there pictures? I'm still a little fuzzy
No.
on what treasured half-breed
There
looks
is
like.
not
See,
pictures.
and that's why I'm confused because I just got two different answers at the exact same time.
There are not pictures. There is the cover that shows, look at it. Here, it's on the screen somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Our sexy people. But it's a, like
So it's like a
50
novel.
Shades of
It's like
Grey.
it's
yeah,
like
like a novel, a loose plot.
there's
less
no
plot than
there's
50
no
Shades of
pictures.
Grey would have. A lot of smut.
No picture.
But no pictures.
No.
No,
It's not a porn. It's not a porn magazine.
it's a book.
I swear that's what it was. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, you're telling me.
Maybe Buckeye will read it for you. Oh, you already did that.
Right.
Never mind.
You already did
You already did that.
We will
Sorry.
continue. We will continue.
That
at
joke
chapter
already existed.
Maybe you can learn to read through it.
The only words you know are the ones in this book. None of them appropriate.
Velvet wrap steel is a word that you learn very quickly.
Excellent.
That's from Sarah J. Maas's books, in case anyone was wondering. She
Shout out to random person on Reddit.
That's excellent.
at some point in the day, we need to call Marcus over to relay him our plans. Or do we just do it when I feel like we told him we're going to Red Rat Bay, and then if we end up going around Red Rat Bay, we need to let people know.
Well, he's just gonna follow us, right? I mean, what else is he gonna do?
You guys are probably up and working by 8 or 9 a.m. You
Not
know
working.
that you'll reach Red Rat Bay around 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Mm-mm.
On the present course.
Right, so we need to stop.
You just stop or go around, or, whatever you would like to do. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the point that you're currently on.
Let's stop. Hoist the
Okay.
flags. Hoist the sails. Hoist. Raise the sails.
Raise
How
the sails.
close
Drop the
does
anchor.
Marcus usually sail to us? Could we try to stand up at the mast or something and wave him down,
Yeah, you
as
can wave
we're-
it down.
laying
He stays
anchor
within,
so we can stop?
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to see our sails not be
Right.
furled anymore.
yeah, no. Because when you unfurl sails,
Oh yeah, he's
they are furled. Yeah.
he's gonna see that we furled our sails.
Yeah. Sorry, there is a double negative in there, and I really had to think about it. Yeah, Is that right?
Yeah. The sails are
Unfurl.
furled.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
gonna see that we took our sails away. We put them away.
Put them away.
They're not out anymore.
Roll them up.
Excellent. Yes.
Furled.
You will catch the hint. And the carp will do the same, and then him and 2 other pirates are going to row over and climb aboard.
Okay.
Oh,
We should greet him on the deck.
As he's climbing up, I'm gonna look down and go, "Took you long enough."
That was
Why
okay.
must you entice him?
Go. All right, men. This might be a
Easy.
rough meeting. I don't know what I've done wrong yet, but we're going to find out. And he hops over the railing, takes off his hat, and gives a low bow. Greetings, captains. What do I owe the pleasure of stopping in the middle of the ocean? We're right on course, if our navigator is correct.
Yeah,
Changed
probably.
course.
We're gonna change course. We're planning on
Oh.
changing course. How about we meet in the map room? We'll work details.
Excellent. To
How
the
about we
map room.
sneeze loudly into the microphone?
To the map room.
I'm gonna follow him behind closely, and I'm just watching him as he enters into like the lower quarters of our ship because I don't think he's ever been down there before.
Excellent.
And
He
I'm-
is just gonna stride. He's like nodding to all the other crew members. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm Marcus. Yeah, I know you don't see me very often. Are you new here? No, I guess not. Okay. And
There are so many new people. He pointed out the one that wasn't.
That was absolutely not new. Yeah,
I mean, we
Um,
also had that party, so like he did meet
he did
Penelope
meet a
and
lot.
Walnut.
Yes, he met almost everybody here.
No, Walnut wasn't invited to the party.
No, my
Didn't Walnut stay back? Walnut stayed back.
Yeah,
made
that's
Walnut
true.
stay
That's
back.
true.
He did.
Okay.
You guys enter into the map room. You're greeted with the unrolled maps of Captain Emerald and Captain Gorehand. And currently it is just the three of you and Marcus Leatherback.
I'll quickly go to put Gorhand's map on the top. I don't necessarily know if I want Marcus seeing Emerald's version.
Oh, I can agree with that sentiment.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I got a 7.
Sweet. You see, so you get in there, you move things as quick as you can. You know that Marcus, like you followed Marcus in here, so he was in
Mhm.
here like a second before you.
Yeah.
You don't know how much he saw, but he definitely like did a scan of the table before you like move things around.
It probably looked pretty similar to the map we're going to be looking at.
Oh yeah.
It does. We know what both look like.
So you're currently looking at the map. You know that the ship has 3 days worth of supplies. You are half a day away from Red Rat Bay proper.
Okay, so
Okay.
they'll have 2
Lead,
whole
Connie.
days.
Go ahead.
Marcus, the plan is to secure the depressed guppy in a hidden location because it's a little bit of a target, and then take the carp into Red Rat Bay because it's not as obvious.
Of course, a good pirate ship like my own is not as conspicuous amongst others. I love it. The anxious carp becoming the flagship of the fleet, even just for a day.
Okay.
I like the sound of that. When we're on my ship, you are still captain, right?
Yes.
That's how that
Mhm.
works? Okay.
We are always captain. When we are on the depressed guppy and
Mhm.
you're on the anxious carp,
Yeah.
we're still the main captains.
Yeah, like it's we're like kind of admirals,
Yeah, no, I get that. That would make
Nope.
me captain. If you're not.
technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
But
like,
we
if-
just go by captain because it's easier.
no, of course. And if you're all three of you are on my ship,
Mm-hmm.
right? I am still first mate, right? I'm not like fourth mate.
You're fourth in command.
No, but I'm
Nope.
still first mate.
But you still have the title of first mate.
Excellent. Or would I still
I
be
thought you had
captain?
the title of captain.
I think I'm still captain
Of the anxious carp.
of the Anxious Carp, which is the ship we're on.
Yeah. Yeah, captain of the anxious
We-
carp.
Captain of-
we're-
Whereas we are captains of the fleet.
Of course. Excellent.
Is the semantics important to you?
No, of course not.
I'm gonna look at Marcus, and my eyes are just gonna flare purple for a second, and I'm gonna be like, semantics or not, I am always above you.
Yeah, Marcus is
I
gonna.
think
look
she
down.
means physically.
Marcus is gonna look down to look at the. She is scary, isn't she? Okay. Okay.
Marcus, you're from here,
Yes.
right?
I come to the guppy.
No, from
What?
the Sword Coast. You've been around.
Oh yeah, I've been around. You want to talk about being around? This man right here. What has two thumbs and been around? This guy right
Oh god, I was so worried he was going to tell us where his thumbs had been.
here. No, but I can tell you that story another time. What?
Oh, please don't.
What are you looking for?
Do you know the island well? Do you know where we could position the guppy so it's inconspicuous?
A good question, a fair question. Well, if we're looking at Red Rat Bay, the closest hiding spot, and he points to a location a little south of the bay, and says, "There's a spot over here that we often used to, drop off goods that we didn't necessarily want people to find. Crates, boxes, things like that."
You can use the word smuggle.
Smuggle, yes, precisely.
We're
We
all
smuggle things
pirates
out of
here.
we smuggled things out of that port. Not the port. It's pretty much a beach, but it has good concealment from the rest of the open waters. The downside to that spot is it is dangerously close to the reef's edge. Whereas another spot, a little bit farther away, will probably take most of the day to get to. Marcus points to a point on the northern side of the island. It says, this spot, also pretty good. We don't use it as much because it's closer to the tradeway. And it's a little easier to get spotted, but in all fairness, it's still pretty good. I've used that spot a handful of times. But
That'll work. Do we need him for anything else? And I turn to Kildak and Wikipedia.
Um,
I'm right here.
Yes, and I'm seeing if we have any more questions for you.
so, yeah, specifics. We'll take both ships to the northern side of the island. We'll find a nice cove. Plan on approaching about early evening.
Okay, that checks out. Yeah.
Tuck the shit away. Tuck the ship away.
Yep.
I guess and then we'll just all board the carp. We'll probably need to bring.
On what ship and who's going where?
I don't. Yeah, there's. I mean, the carp is a fine vessel, but I don't know if you can handle the whole crew.
Oh no, not the whole crew. I'm sorry.
No, okay.
I think
The
you
majority of our. Yeah, the majority of our crew is staying here. It's just us three coming onto the carp. But we
Should
should
we leave
probably.
Marbleau with the guppy?
No. The town is too much fun to just stay in the water. I mean, we've been sailing for 4 days straight. Come on, the men need some break. The boys, the girls, everyone. Myself included.
What are you
First
saying
mate.
here?
What?
You are first mate,
I'm
which
captain.
gives you a lot of responsibility,
Of course.
and someone with the most responsibility should look after the crew.
I agree. And the crew wants to go into town.
No,
We
not
want
all
to take the
crew.
whole crew.
You just
of
said
both
the whole
ships.
crew can't fit on your ship.
I can't speak to the crew of the depressed guppy. I'm just saying, crew of the anxious carp. We want to hit up the town.
Yeah, the crew of
he's
the...
including himself in that like an idiot.
Captain of the Anxious Carp. We just established that.
The crew of the carp. Crew of the carp. More than welcome to come into town. But you have a lot of responsibility, which means you might need to have to look after the other ship.
So I would be the captain of the depressed guppy.
First mate.
But acting captain.
Sure.
The depressed guppy.
It's not that prestigious of a title, considering who's held it in the past.
Do we really need to leave him with them? I mean...
No, I don't really trust him. I just wanted to see what would happen.
We could work with this. We could make that work.
I don't like that you want to enjoy it.
No, you don't have to stay anymore. You can come into the city.
I don't know whether to be happy or insulted.
Then he has to come
Doesn't
with
matter.
us.
No,
We'll just
it does not.
leave him the second we get there.
Yeah, I just don't want him in the other store. So early evening, we'll hide the guppy.
Yeah.
Us three will join you and your crew onto the carp, and we'll sail into port. Now, when we get to port,
It'll be night.
it'll be pretty midnight.
If we're going straight there, yeah, it'll be close to midnight, maybe just before.
So, I assume it's a bigger city, right? So,
It's fairly well developed.
okay. So I'm sure they have someone like on guard help us dock and stuff at night.
The Anxious Carp is in a big vessel. I imagine that we're not going to take up a dock spot. We'll probably just weigh anchor in the harbor and then row it.
Can you say that again for me?
Yeah.
No, just the word harbor, please.
A harbor.
You're over exemplifying that, right?
Is that a problem?
I'm asking John. How does John say harbor?
I can, if you want me to stress the R's, I can say harbor.
He says harbor correctly.
I say harbor.
He says
most
harbor
of the time.
correctly.
Okay. Thank you. I needed to know.
Yeah.
I needed to know if you parked the car in the harbor.
Harbor. You wouldn't park a car in the harbor. You don't. That would be bad. You'd lose your car. It would be soaked. It'd be underwater.
I'm sorry. You said it, and then I didn't know what was happening, and I didn't know who I was talking to.
Got it.
Okay.
You're talking to Marcus.
So we're gonna moor in the harbor.
Aye.
Cool. We'll just row in. Any good inns in the area that we could just grab a quick nip?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's the. You never been to Red Red Bay? I guess not.
We've
Because
barely been this side of the Shimmering Sea. What's it called?
Trackless Sea, but you're close enough.
Trackless Sea. Yeah, thank you.
So the best inn in town, really the only inn to care about, is La Hopital de Arena. It is beautiful. Big building, lots of rooms to stay in. Really the place to go if you're looking to have a good time. It's got the
really selling it with these rooms to stay in.
Of course, yeah, it's got rooms to stay in. It has Mel's Cantina. Wonderful place to relax. No alcohol, can't sell alcohol there. But the mango robolini, killer. If you go, you gotta get at least one. But yeah, it's got the cantina, and the shaved cat is in there as well.
As he's talking and he's just kind of like going on and on, Tawny just starts like twirling her dagger. Like just full irritated, looks as if she's almost possibly contemplating something.
Oh no.
Okay.
You look. He's on a rant. He's like, so you haven't been to Red Red Bay. Important things to know. Not a fan of pirates. I would suggest we either, drop the flags before the car pulls in, or we just come in guns blazing. Either way, I think we really got to commit. Either, one way or the other. Because they're not really a fan of pirates. Don't be fooled. Although it is, supposed to be a mix between the Sword Coast and the, Thane Union. This port is run by the Red Wizards. Their rules, their eyes, their ears.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They say it's...
Maybe we bring the city to the ground, too.
They say it's
No wonder
50-50.
she gave us that fucking bird.
But yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Let me see.
Good,
Anything
good.
else? Commander of the Guard, Oloran, total diva. You don't want to mess with her too much. She cannot take a joke in any sense of it. She blows everything out of proportion, and she has 2 left feet. No sense of rhythm whatsoever.
That
You
was
Danced with
detailed and personal. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
her. Insight check. Did he date her?
Yeah, give me an insight check. Absolutely.
12.
12? Oh, this man for sure dated her. 100%. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, cannot take a joke, blows everything out of proportion. 2 left feet, you're like, oh, that's very personal. That has nothing to do with this lady on duty. This man has personal gripes. Yeah,
What was her name again?
Captain
Ophelia.
of the Guard Oloran.
I hope that me and Tori are thinking the same thing right now for our characters.
Oh no! I don't know.
Oh no, I am definitely not on this
I'm
boat.
definitely not thinking of it. Oh,
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
no.
Thank you, Marblo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I guess we'll get the sails unfurled here, and we'll get moving again.
Excellent.
Unless
Hey,
anything else, anybody else needed anything else?
Nope.
Cool.
Hey, you guys are all set from those crab sharks yesterday, right? They didn't give you guys too much trouble.
We don't really need to
Yeah.
talk about it.
No. Okay. Well, as long as we're all good. All is good. Sweet. Well, I will head back to our ship, and we'll meet you up at the northmost point.
As he starts heading out the door, I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw my dagger to try to stick into like the top of the door frame just to spook him.
Don't miss.
Yeah.
Don't miss.
Give me an attack roll. You
I
don't.
mean-
Ophelia will not be upset.
You don't want a nat one.
Okay. How do? Yeah. Never
How
mind.
do we check her? Where are you rolling it? D&D Beyond
It was
or
up on D&D
roll
Beyond,
20?
yes.
Okay.
25, bitch.
Beautiful. You throw the dagger. It sticks into the door right above his head, and he flinches a little bit as it sticks in, and then goes to like pull it out and like tugs on it like 2 or 3 times, and it is like it's really wedged in the door. You go, huh. Well, I'll see you tonight, and then just kind of like books it out of the map room.
You were aiming for the door frame, right?
Obviously.
Okay. I was just
I don't miss.
make sure. Often.
Excellent. Anything you guys would like to do before reaching the hideaway?
I just periodically go and check on Bug-Eye Bill.
Yeah, Bug-Eye's doing fine. He's taken apart a couple more doors to patch the The hole's a little bit better in the bottom. But
I did a
but
great job.
you did do
And
a
I
good
just
job.
like, as he's working on the doors, I put my hand on his shoulder, and it's like up here, because even though I'm tall, he's still taller, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you do good work, Bug-Eye.
Oh, thanks, Captain Tony.
Remember, don't ever touch my door,
Of course,
and
of
then
course
keep
not.
walking.
If it's really important, can I touch your door?
No.
Okay.
And as Tony's coming up the stairs, Kildak's actually gonna come down the stairs. Not to talk to Bug-Eye. Surprised that I see either of them down here. But I just need to make sure that that dead bird is in its box.
Yeah, you go through. The dead bird is in its box.
Cool.
You crack the lid, and it just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Ah, still in the box." And then you immediately, before being closed back in.
Ah, still dead. What?
Ah, it's dark in here.
How do you see?
Ah, give me a
Okay.
cage.
Soon enough.
Boom, lid goes
And I'll
back.
leave.
Excellent. Perfect. Yep. Bird is still intact. Cool. The ship, over the course of the day, makes its way to that northmost point. You see that the spot that he's taking you to is like a little inland lake. So the water gets significantly shallower, and the banks of the island come close, but it's enough that the ships can fit in single file before it opens up to a little inland lake where the guppy is pretty secluded from any eyes looking in from the outer waters. You would have to know that you can sail up this particular river, and then without knowledge that this river of all the other outlets is useful, it would be tough to find.
Wow. Good
But-
thing he knew what was happening.
He takes you to this little spot. Just as the sun begins to set in the sky.
As
Awesome.
we're
Okay.
securing it, and before we leave, let me. Okay. How long is the ship?
Good question. It's the guppy or the carp?
The guppy.
Le guppy is
Ooh, French.
about 120 feet front to back.
Ooh, nice shit.
Okay. So when we're like getting ready to go, and I'm assuming like a lot of the crew is like up at the top deck to like kind of see us off or whatever, or at
Yep.
least enough people. I'm gonna say to the admiral and be like, if something goes wrong, go into my quarters. It'll trigger an alarm, and I'll know to come.
Actually, Captain Tawny, I was curious to ask, would I be permitted to come ashore with you?
Aren't you still very injured?
The eye doesn't look so great, but I'm in tip-top shape. And if it's okay with you, it mean a lot to be able to go ashore. If it's okay with the captains, of course.
Kildak, who do we leave in charge instead? Wikipedia?
I believe the next.
No, we can't leave Wikipedia in charge. She's coming with us.
No, I'm asking her, you doofus.
I believe the next crewmate, the next in
Hierarchy.
seniority would be Patchy Polly. Overall, aboard the ship, however, I believe Mr. Orc has been aboard this ship longer than maybe any of us.
Wikipedia?
I kind of like Patchy Polly being in charge.
Sure. Betty Polly, you're acting captain
Yes!
of the
Consider it done, captains. Yes.
All right,
Just-
Polly.
You should be safe here, but
For the first 8 hours that we're gone, if trouble arises, just go into my quarters, and I'll know that you did, and I'll be able to come back and help.
apparently if trouble arises after that, you're fucked.
If trouble is after that, we'll cut their throats.
And also, don't be afraid to run. If red wizards come for you again, just hightail it out here. We can find and meet up with you some other way.
Fine.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna step a little closer. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand.
You're captain
Also-
now, which means acting captain now, which means that you need to protect your crew.
I know. I'm gonna protect the crew. We'll be
Mhm.
fine.
If you do have to run, grab some important shit like money
Oh,
and
yeah.
the maps.
Run with the ship. Our ship is one of the fastest. Take the ship and hightail out.
There's one in and out here.
We'll get past him. We got
Running.
five. We got 5 cannons on this ship, and I'll be damned if I don't use every single one of them.
Okay. That works too.
And then, Joe, right before we leave, like at the last moment, I will cast alarm on the captain's quarters.
Perfect.
Yeah. Before we go though, I gotta grab some. I gotta pack for the trip.
Sure. Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah. I gotta bring all the important stuff. Clothes.
Sure.
Some gold.
Yep.
My collection
bird.
of coral. And then, like, last thing I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna go down to the bottom deck, grab the bird.
Cool.
And then, when we get on the rowboat to get over to the carp, I have a plan with the bird.
Perfect.
Why
I
don't-
will send
wait.
that.
Do I because I was gonna make sure we had the bird, so I feel
You
like
see
I would have
Kildek-
noticed.
Well, you see Kildek come up with the crate.
Yeah, I have the bird.
Oh, okay. We're keeping him in the crate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You were saying that, and I was picturing you just putting the bird like under your jacket, and I was like, hold on. He needs to stay.
Oh no, I got his box. I got his box.
Okay.
Are you, out of curiosity, just because you mentioned it, are you taking the maps with you, or are they staying on the ship?
I will have Emerald's map and the compass
Deal. Perfect.
and my flask.
Your flask. Perfect.
That automatically refills, apparently.
Wikipedia, anything from you?
Absolutely nothing.
Lovely. Cool. Admiral and our 3 captains get aboard the Anxious Carp, which sails its way through the night waters towards the port of Red Rat Bay. So you guys make your way towards the Anxious Carp.
And so, well, because it's just what, us 4,
Yep, it just
us 3, and the admiral.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna kind of like give the admiral a look and like just kind of shush him. Good thing the Red Wizards don't know that we're planning on sieging White Sands Port in the coming days.
I, Captain Kildek. They would be shocked to know. No one would see it coming. That's
No,
why this
complete
plan
surprise.
is perfect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we must keep this between us.
Aye.
Should it get out, they could swarm the area and defend it before we could get there.
Of course. We want time to hold their ransom, demand
Absolutely.
gold, and then not be overrun.
Right. Because we couldn't defeat the entire Vorpalgrad fleet.
No.
Maybe just a few ships if we got there quick enough.
They could probably sink more than they'd like to admit.
Good. I'm glad this plan is ready and set.
Well thought out, well discussed. Every contingency thought of.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I love it when a plan comes together. Excellent. Sweet. With that...
Is that a terrible idea? Aubrey's glaring at me.
Let me write that down real quick.
Tawny is glaring at Kildak.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay. That'll be interesting. That'll be fun. I like that. Sweet.
We were getting rid of the bird. I had to have at least a quick prank on an entire Royal Navy.
Once we get to the anxious carp and the bird is put down somewhere, I pull Kildak out of earshot of the bird and I slap him.
What? We're getting rid of the bird. We had to pull a prank on the Royal Navy, just a quick one.
What the fuck do you mean? That bird came from Lady Ethwa. That has nothing to do with the Royal Navy. That has everything
the
to do
closest thing to Royal
with
Navy.
the Red Wizard that we are trying to forge a fake alliance to. If she finds out where Tamo Core is before us, she plans on possibly contacting us and letting us go with her as protection. And you just fucking ruined that by trying to tell the fucking Red Wizard of big ass plans. And just lightning.
Is that
how can you be so stupid?
Is that what the bird was for? A fake alliance? I didn't know that.
The bird was given to us by Lady Ethra because she thinks that we could possibly be allies with her. It was given to us as favor to give to their fucking governor or whatever, as a way to, show of good faith. Way to get us an in at Red Rat Bay. And you just told the Red Wizards that we plan on doing something we don't even plan on doing. Why would you do that?
I didn't know that's what the bird was for.
You were there?
I mean, I knew we were like giving it to this guy, but like how are they forging a fake alliance? Like they kidnapped Bug Eye, they stole our shit. Like if this is a fake alliance, it's a shitty fake alliance.
You were there next to me when we were having dinner with Lady Ethra, and I forged the alliance and told her that we were only interested in gold. We didn't know anything about Tamo Core, but that we could help her. And then she gave us the bird the next day. You were there for all of that. Why would you ruin it all? And then the lightning crackles and I ball up my fist and I walk away so I don't start a big fight between me and the captains again. And I just like bursting with lightning.
Oh, I feel really bad. I did not know that was the point of that bird.
He's getting old, Tawny. He's losing his brain a little.
I'm sorry.
The old age. He's not as young and spry as the rest of us.
It's just a little prank. I mean, she'll probably forget all about it when we're not actually sacking the city of White Sands Port.
I'm not there. I might be near Wikipede, but I'm not near Kildak for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. Screw you.
Yes! I'm on her good side now. She's mad at Kildak now. It's not me.
Throughout the night, the ship travels through the northern side of Red Rock Island. And as you approach the docks, you can see the lantern-lit streets of Red Rat Bay proper. You can see there are hundreds of baked clay buildings, tiled roofs that snake throughout the hills and beaches that make up this portion of the island. There are sandy beaches that snake along the waters and shell-covered sands that separate the houses from the sea. As you approach, you can also see standing tall above most of the other buildings is the large inn with the painted tiles that read La Hopital de Arena. You can see that there are a rainbow of flags strung on strings across the open doorways and across the sides of the building. Banners are hung from railings and clothes are hung from ropes as they dry out in the night air. Sounds of jazzy trumpets, lively guitars, the smell of spices rings through the air as you move past this lively and exciting location. You see, as you pass by, people are leaning out the windows, waving at the ship as it comes by, waving like handkerchiefs at you. Even though it's late at night, there are people still up partying, and they are excited to see stuff moving on the horizon.
Partying sober.
Partying sober.
Losers.
As you move close to the bustling docks, you can see that on either side it is outlined, I guess. On either side of the bay, the inlet to Red Rat Bay, there are two large guard towers. The first one, closest to the docks, has two large cannons at the parapets facing outwards towards incoming ships, and the smaller of the two, closer to La Hopital and closer to like the actual town, is a little bit smaller, but it's still large enough to bolster a single cannon that overlooks the town, that overlooks the bay, not the town. As the ship gets a better look into the actual docks, you can see that there are two ships currently docked, one clearly flying the colors of the Waterdeep Navy, and the other looks to be a fairly unmarked merchant ship, only flying a flag with some sort of local guild that you don't quite recognize. You also see that there are large cranes that are moving cargo still late into the night. Fishermen are finishing unloading their nets and beginning to retire back to their homes. The myriad of shops are quiet and closed up as you arrive. However, you do notice, even despite the lull in activity at the docks, as a skeleton crew is working the night shift, there are
Wait, there's a crew of skeletons?
no, it's a people crew.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a living crew of minimal personnel. As these people move and work, you can see, almost outnumbering the workers, the dock workers, are cat to small dog-sized rats, which weasel their way throughout the market. Weasel
rats
their way
or weasels?
The rats. Huge rats with thick, matted red fur. They are
red rat.
crawling
Okay.
along the docks on top of crates, weaving in and out of storefronts, and they are bustling all over. And as you look, they're on the beaches. They're moving throughout towns. Some of them are on the roofs of buildings, climbing the palm trees. These rats.
We're gonna need to fumigate after we leave here.
I know. I thought the name was for symbolism.
Not yet.
You can see that the people unloading the cargo are almost in a dance around these rats, careful to move around them as they move with the flow of rats weaving throughout the streets. However, you notice as you pull in and the anchor is dropped, there is a dock worker moving a crate, and he drops it, it slips. The crate tumbles down and squishes one of the rats. There's a pause as the dock worker and the other workers around him freeze. All heads turn to the box that fell, and then in a puff of fire and smoke, the box is rent apart. The dock worker that dropped the box is blown off of the dock and into the water, and his friends rush over to try to fish him out of the bay.
Dude's transporting explosives.
As you can see, these rats are quite combustible.
Never mind. It wasn't the rats.
Much worse.
Not transporting explosives.
Not transporting explosives. Actually, just the rats. And you notice that how this place got its name as Red Rat Bay.
The rats could have just existed. They didn't have to explode to get the name.
That's true. Marcus lowers the anchor. The crew gets aboard absolutely fills the two rowboats as he begins to row on shore. And he looks to you, our three captains, and says, so we can, if you would like, bring this to the docks. They'll tie it up for us, they'll watch it, probably make us pay a little docking fee. Sometimes you can talk them down. Or, alternatively, we could dock it behind the big inn over there. You just tie them up. We'll have to wade through the water a little bit. And as long as nobody catches us, it's not illegal. Nothing's illegal if you don't get caught. So,
what's the docking fee?
To be honest, I don't know. I've never paid it. I just tie it up.
Okay,
That sounds good.
What if you drop me off at the docks and then you can do whatever you want?
Don't want to get your feet wet.
I don't really
Been that
want
long
to
since
get
your last
caught
bath?
right away and immediately.
Tony's right. Someone should be able to break us out of jail when we get caught.
Deal. Excellent. You see that Marcus waves to the other ship and motions for them to go hide at his little spot. They pass across to do their illegal parking as he rows towards the regular docks. As you get there, it only takes a couple minutes to get to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls aside the dock and pops up, begins to tie it off at one of the smaller spots. And approaching is a man in a well-kept coat, buttoned, every button from top to bottom, nice, finely pressed pants, shined boots, strides across the dock to the where you have currently parked, and says, good evening, travelers. I see that you have just come to Red Rat Bay. That will be 500 gold pieces for the docking fee.
Oh, sorry, we're just ferrying. We're gonna get going here. Not even docking.
Oh no, but you see, you are stopping and taking up a space. So that would be 500 gold.
But we're not taking up a space as we're leaving. Yeah, like the only reason we're still here is because you're talking to us.
I get up and get onto the dock.
Okay, ma'am, that's going to be if that would be at least.
Is it a docking tax or is it a stepping onto the dock tax?
I guess when you put it that way, it's simply a docking tax.
Okay, so then let us undock and we'll be good.
Excellent. Sure. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Marcus quickly unties it, pushes off, and begins to sail across the bay.
I blow a kiss to them. Thanks, boys. And then I walk down the dock.
As you turn, the man in the suit turns on a heel and begins to stride and pace beside you, and says, yeah, is this your first time in Red Rat Bay?
Nope.
Oh, excellent. Wonderful. Good to hear it. Pulls out a scroll and piece of parchment, and says, just a few quick questions for you, of course, as you know. What port do you hail from? And he's just walking in stride beside you.
I don't.
Excuse me, what was that?
You wouldn't know it.
No, but I mean, you've been here before. Obviously, you know that I have to take these questions, of course.
Right, and when I was here last time, I gave them the name, and they thought I was making it up, but I'm just from the other side of the trackless sea, and so I just write anything down.
No, okay, of course. It does not matter which place. I just need to have it on record. What place are you from? What port do you hail from? I'm very familiar with Baldur's Gate, with Waterdeep.
Sure.
I believe Daggerford is one.
Waterdeep.
Which one? Waterdeep. Are you just telling me that, or is that the place that you hailed from?
Well, I don't hail from a spot that's right by a port. It's inland, and so the port question, again, doesn't work that well. But Watergate will work.
Okay. I'm confused. I will write Waterdeep down, but is that not your ship in the bay?
No. I just hop on different ships and get along, you know.
Oh, I absolutely understand. When you hopped on the ship, where was the ship when you stepped on?
That one?
Yes, that one.
Oh, that one was,
yes.
What was it called? I travel all around.
Oh, of course, I know.
I think.
There's a lot of questions. I know there are. We're on one. We're on question one.
Where is Tawny walking to, by the way?
Towards the inn.
Okay.
It's a long list of questions and a short dock.
Okay. White Sands Port, I think.
White Sands Port. Oh, excellent. White Sands Port. Wonderful. It has been months since anybody from White Sands Port has come here. I will be sure to let them know that White Sands Port is open again. It has been so tough to get. It's a supply crisis. The fact that nothing is coming in and out. But now that you're back, I would be sure. Was there any problem at White Sands Port? Why were they not sending supplies? I mean, you're just a traveler. You would not know, of course. I apologize.
I mean, we were on the water for days, they were going one way and then they turned around the other way. That's why I told them they were just passing by Red Rat Bay and they weren't even gonna stop, and I was like, no, listen, I need to get off this ship. They weren't docking anywhere, so we've been out on the water for quite a while.
An excellent decision to stop here. Wonderful. White Sands Port. I'll be sure to let people know. Second question. What is your final destination?
Like death eventually?
Oh, is that a port or is that existential?
That's exactly what I needed. That's the answer I needed.
Give me a
John
persuasion.
asked for the final destination, and if hell wasn't the answer, goddamn death was.
Give me a persuasion check, and if you say it with enough confidence, you'll just be like, ah, yes, death.
That is a dirty 20.
Oh, wonderful. He's like, ah, yes, death. I don't know if it's funny for him to be like, ah, yes, the final destination for all of us, and just like take it for what it is. Like, death, I haven't heard of that port before. Must be exotic. And then just, like, move on with his day. It goes, yes. Final question I must take. What is your business at Red Rat Bay?
To explore. That's why I've been hopping all around.
Are you exploring the town?
Yeah, I just want to see about local life, local culture.
Anthropologist, I believe it is. The study of people? Anthropology, correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. Anthropology. He underlines that. Perfect. Wonderful. Do you need a reminder of the laws of Red Rat Bay? Or are you sufficient?
I think I'm pretty sufficient.
Excellent.
Just gonna head off to the inn that I've been to before.
Perfect. Yes.
If you're done questioning.
What a standard-ass sentence!
He turns on his heel, begins to walk away, and then stops and turns back around and says, "Ma'am, you have been here before?"
Yeah, I'm headed to the... And then... Okay, Aubrey doesn't remember the name of the inn, but Marcus told us it.
Yeah,
Tawny
you
would
be able to see
remember.
it. Yeah, the La Hospital.
Hospital de la Punta.
I think that's really... I think Punta is something really insulting in Spanish.
It is.
Yeah.
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 Excellent.
What is
It's just
it
like that town in
actually?
Florida called Punta Gorda.
Is there really a town in Florida? Love
Called
Wait,
Fat Bitch, yeah.
Is this hotel really called Bitch Hotel? John, what is it called?
Hospital de Arena. And he says, you have been here before, but you're coming to explore a town you've been to already?
Yeah.
This dude asks a lot of questions.
Give me a deception check.
See.
You can do it. You can do it with advantage because your other questions did not raise an eyebrow.
Just looking to see what I might have missed last time. I liked it, so I want to continue checking it out. And I got a 16.
Okay. He nods and says, "Of course, I meant no offense. Enjoy your stay at Red Rat Bay." And as he turns, like almost instinctively, he does like a little hop step as this smaller sized rat scoots under his feet, and he just kind of like skips and hops over it and begins to stride back onto the docks.
I'm going to head towards the inn and be very careful around the rats because I did see it explode, and seeing that, I'm just going to...
Excellent.
So,
Yes.
no, never mind. I'm sorry.
Cool. Perfect. The rest of the crew, you guys tie up in like almost off behind the inn.
How far away are we from, like, land? Because you said we would have to, like, wade in.
Yeah, you have to wade around the corner of the inn. You're probably like 50 feet.
Are we getting ready to wade?
Yeah.
All right. Kildak, I'm going to take a nice, wide stance. Kildak, punch me.
What?
Hit me.
Why?
Hit me.
I need a much better reason.
Marcus leans over and goes, "I'll do it if you want."
No. Ew.
Oh, sorry.
Kildak,
Like-
punch me.
Closed open.
Really hard.
Closed open.
Punch me. Punch me.
That's
And,
close.
Okay, go.
and roll for it.
I'm gonna like punch her in the shoulder, like
Yeah,
kind
go
of
for it.
buddy, but harder.
Yeah. You'll do. I'll say she let it happen. It'll hit. With your strength, Kildak,
14.
you'll do. What's the plus? +2?
+2, yeah.
Cool. So you do 2 points of damage to Wicked.
And I turn invisible, and I'm on land.
And
What?
you punch
Just
Wicked and
happened?
she's gone. You punch her out of existence.
What just
crew-
happened?
The crew on the boat starts freaking out. They're like, "You killed her! You fucking killed her! What did you do?"
Watch out, guys! Watch out! I got.
They're all backing up to the edge of the boat. People are diving out into the water. Like, what the hell was that, Kildak?
Nah, I'm sure she just did
has seen me
magic.
turn invisible before, and so
She's probably around
invisibility-
here somewhere.
Good.
But I am now on land.
By Umberly, they hopping out of the boat and they wade into the water. Come up on the beach. Give me a stealth check from the two of you.
A spell check.
Stealth check.
Stealth.
Or
I think
you can do it with advantage.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Kildak.
Okay. Are you aware that I don't stand in the water?
Oh yeah, you're walking out. Yeah, give me an advantage as well.
I am not making
25.
a splash.
Okay.
I'm invisible.
Yeah.
19.
Stealthy as you can get.
Cool. Nobody. The guard tower that is closest to La Hopital. There is 2 guards up top, leaning on the cannon. Neither one of them sees the crew of the Anxious Carp or either of you scoot in to the town proper, and you see Tawny striding from down the street towards La Hopital.
Okay.
As you get there, you enter into. Are you entering La Hopital?
I did.
Or, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if Tawny did, I guess we should.
Wicked, how long does your invisibility last?
To the start of my next turn. So, a couple seconds. Once we probably meet up with Tawny, I'm back with the group.
Sweet. As you enter,
Oh,
La
hey,
Hopital,
Wicked.
Yes. I never really left.
you are met with the smell of fresh cooking food. You see that the actual building, it has rooms all along the outside, but the center is completely hollow. You can look up and see the starry sky. The building is a square with a full open courtyard in the middle. Out here, you see that there is a band playing live music. There is a large paved spot that people are currently dancing and enjoying the night. On one side, up against one wall, is a full tiki bar that says Mel's Cantina, and in front of it there are a dozen tables with a handful of people drinking fruity cocktails, and cocktails exclusively alcoholic.
Virgin
yes, they would be
cocktails.
mocktails.
Mocktails.
Mocktails if there's no alcohol.
So they would be drinking fruity mocktails in exotic shaped glasses or out of coconuts or other fruits. You see there is, up against the far wall, is a smaller building with a low set roof, maybe 2 stories at best, with a sign that is painted but also highlighted in a magical sparkle that traces out the words that says "The Shaved Cat." And you can hear music playing from inside and people moving in and out of this area. And upon entering the La Hopital, that's where we'll end tonight's session, and we'll pick up next time with our pirates exploring Red Rat Bay and the adventure that awaits inside La Hopital de Arena.
Woo!
Yar.
Yar.
Yar.